what's up everybody? Angelic Vixen here from Lucky by Nature. How you guys doing? I hope you're having a fantastic week. So we are back at it with the Gacha production testing. So in this video, we are going to be testing out the single panel flag versus the multi-panel flag to basically see which one is better and produces the better quality crystals. A lot of people actually are not aware of the flags working. They do work. They're not that hard to make, and they're actually very cheap to make. And you can make them lower level. Level 7 and level 8 is when you can start making these. So again, you can make these from the very beginning. So I'm setting up the vaults. That way we can actually track it in detail. And I will open the Ascendant crystals toward the end of each section. That way we can kind of see what we're getting and how it's going to work. Again, if you haven't seen the other Gacha production videos, the two back here are in the level 100 range on crafting skill, and the other two on the other side are 200 plus. So I will show that to you so you can see it in detail. And then as you can see here, I'm just verifying as well. I want you to be able to see it firsthand because I feel like, again, that's imperative that you actually see exactly what I'm working on. So there you got your crafting skill, and then you have your flags. And then we're going to run into stuff on the way over. And then we're going to go check these guys. So as you can see, flags definitely get a lot of really good stuff in their production. But mainly this is looking for Ascendant and Mastercraft items because those are usually the most popular. The other stuff is great. Undoubtedly, it's great. I mean, we have got some really great stuff, even in Apprentice and all that. But the main thing we're looking for is, you know, Ascendant and Mastercraft more than anything. So I'm going to put all of these up in the box. Well, vault, I should say. And we're going to see exactly what we're getting so we can compare. Now again, these two over here are in the 200 plus range. The other two are in the 100 plus range. And the reason I'm testing this with the different flags and then also on the different levels is to kind of see what kind of results we're going to get from that. Because I don't know if you guys remember from the last stuff we were working on, there was a significant difference between the crafting skill and what you needed to use to get really good stuff. So this is happening again in this video. I'm actually really impressed with the quality that we're getting for, you know, from the flags because they're inexpensive to make. And I want you guys to have lots of options because anyone saying, oh yes, this is the only thing that works. That's actually not true and not fair to you guys because that is completely untrue. You know, everything is different. And then, I don't know if you guys have experienced this personally, but some gachas just produce different than others. No matter what you do, you can do everything the same as the person in the video, and your gachas are just temperamental and they don't always produce the way that you want. So that's why I feel like it's really, really imperative that I give you lots of options. So if something doesn't work as well, you have other things that you can try. Now, there are definitely different resources that you can give a gacha that will get you Ascendant items more oftentimes than not, and that is something that I will be working towards showing you. But again, this is all testing, and again, it's all just about information. So I just want you guys to have as much information as utterly possible because nothing can stop you if you know all of this information. Wrong side. All these things, I like do so much testing, and then I'm like trying to keep up with where I put everything, just because I'm constantly testing. And there's actually some really exciting stuff that I can't wait to bring to you, hopefully by the end of this week, possibly the beginning of next week. So we are still doing lots of testing, even though we've been doing the Let's Play. You know, there's just so many great things, and I'm just really excited because I really feel like there's a lot of good stuff coming to Ark no matter what. So what I'm doing now, as you can see, we have everything in the vault from the other flags, okay? And the reason I'm setting it aside is because that way I can get these guys started and then we'll go over and we'll look at it. But I don't want it to be a delay. That way this video doesn't need to be longer than it has to be, because that is something that I'm always striving for, is not making these videos too long, so that way it's not so bad. And just remember guys, you know, if you're not interested in seeing this part and just the results, just be sure to fast forward, because that is the benefit to YouTube, is they do allow you to fast forward through videos, and that way you don't have to, you know, watch stuff that you personally are not interested in. But for those who wish to see it actually done in, you know, real time, then that's why I leave this portion of the video in, so that way you have that. It's, you know, again, everybody's different, and that's why we try to accommodate as best we can, you know, so that we're fulfilling the needs of everyone that's, you know, watching us the best that we can, because not everyone's going to be satisfied. But let me move these over. That way it'll give it a chance to... I need some more. Wrong one. Give me just a second here, guys. Alright, there we go. Now, they do go through the flags pretty quick, so I want to keep that, you know, in the back of your mind. They do go through them really fast. Now, future videos on things that I will show you that I do know that I haven't shown as of yet, they don't necessarily go through it as fast, and it does produce pretty well. But again, this one for me is really important because you could start this process much earlier on. If, let's say, you're not doing the level up run and things like that and you're lower level, you still have the ability to make these because you can make the flags at a much lower level. Plus, if you run out of stuff, you know that these work. So you can always have a backup plan, and they're very inexpensive to make. So that is something also that's really important for you guys to know. I mean, these are very cheap. It's wood, fiber, hide, and thatch. I mean, you can't go wrong with that. You really can't. So if, let's say, you ran out of, I don't know, if you were using raw metal, you ran out of metal, or you needed the metal for something else, you know, you can feed them flags. And then when we go through this, you'll get to see exactly how they're producing based on the type of flag that we give them. So we're moving everything over. Everything's good to go. Just go and check, make sure everything's good. Alright, just want to fill it up a bit. Of course, I put an overabundance of everything in here because I feel like I just, you know, for testing, I don't want them to run out. Of course, you may not put that many, but again, it comes down to ensuring that I'm covering everything I can possibly cover, and making sure that they're full makes a huge difference. It really does. Alright, so I paused the video and let them keep producing. So as you can see, we are getting some really good results. Now again, I want you to keep in mind, we've done other testing that was far better than this. But again, it's all about knowledge. I want you to have all of this information because you got backup plans. You know, if something goes terribly wrong and you don't have the other resources, well, you got these. You know what I mean? Alright, so let's go back over here and see how these ones are doing. Not bad for being lower level gachas on the lower ends of the crafting skills. Nice. This is not bad considering these are lower level. Very interesting. Interesting. Let's go back over here. Alright, so we got some ascendant items. We got some mastercraft. We got a nice collage actually over here with the flags. You know, it's kind of funny that some of the things you wouldn't think of work really well. And single panel flags, I mean, you just really don't think, or even the multi-panel flags, like you just don't really think, oh wow, that could definitely, you know, be beneficial to a gacha of all things, right? Kind of like the war maps. You're just sitting there like, really? Why? Right? So as you can see, I stuffed these guys so they don't always pick up the pellets. Well, it did just now, but they don't always pick up the owl pellets because I do kind of go overboard with filling up their inventory, at least most of them. But the owl pellet design above them really makes a huge difference, and I love it. Alright, so, wow. We got some really good stuff going on over here. Alright, so nothing's in there. Let me rename it real quick. That way we can get these guys set up. So then we'll go over it. I'm always trying different things just to see how stuff works, and trying to find the best methods when doing production, you know, like testing and stuff for these guys. So we're just working on it, trying to figure out what, you know, is going to be the best way to do these testings. Because in the future, again, I mean, Wildcard keeps adding really unique items, and I don't think that's going to end even with Atlas coming out, because they said in their letter that they're going to be still, you know, adding to Ark. So I think that there's going to be a continuation of really great items and unique creatures coming to the game. At least that's my optimistic approach to how that letter read about Ark. And of course with everyone's fury about Atlas. Although I am excited, you know, to try that as well. Alright, so we got 5 Ascendant Crystals from the single flags. So keep that in mind. The single flags. Very, very good. And then the reason I have them set up like this is because everybody should have a mating pair. So, of course, you're going to have the production coming from a mating pair. And then once you find stuff that you like to use for the resources, then you could have one, you know, using one resource and then the other one using another resource, so you're not maybe having to have as much of one type of resource. Again, it's all options. I love for you guys to have different options available to you. Alright, so we've definitely, that's that one. Alright, we have definitely collected a lot. This is really good. I like it. I like it a lot. See, and you know what I love is my lower level gachas in the 100, % range. They produce some pretty good stuff. I mean, this is nice. I genuinely appreciate this because, now let's go over here because this is the multi-flag. Like I said, I was going to, show you all together. I'm trying different methods here with the production. So, now with the multi-flag, look how many I got. From my lower level gachas, okay? And look at the percentages here. The percentages are actually really good. This is not bad for gachas that are in the 100 level range for crafting skill. Because I don't have these ones, increased so that you have a comparison. So, not bad. Not bad for flags. That's it. I mean, all you gotta do is craft flags. Very, very interesting. Now let's check my 200% level range. We're gonna see what we're dealing with because this should be really interesting because you know what was funny is last time too with the last production video I did. Look at that. Look at that. Ooh. Do you see that? That's a lot of Ascendant. Wow. I don't even know what I was saying a second ago. Very, very interesting. That was a lot. Now let's go over here and check the other one. Ah, the same. So, but now I think what I was saying is that even before, like some of the different resources I used in the 100% range actually did better than sometimes in the 200% range on crafting skill. So again, resources matter depending on what you're looking for and what you're using and, the crafting skill of your gacha. Wow. So again, I don't tell you what you guys should believe works or doesn't work because that would be disrespectful to you. I want you guys to make your own decision based on the findings that we have here. And each time I present this to you guys, that's what I want you to be able to do. You're the judge of what you think works best, but the evidence is right here in front of you. So, it comes down to whatever you think. But that's it for this video, guys. Definitely keep a lookout for the next video because I am going to be doing more testing with the gachas with some really great stuff, and that is coming soon. So I love you. Thank you so much for watching. We truly appreciate every single one of you. You make all of this possible. And until next time, keep surviving.
My work saved the human race.